Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your reading for May 2023. Thanks for stopping by and checking this video out. Do me a favor before you go, though. Click on that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. All right, Spirit. Tell me about Pisces in May of 2023, please. We have intimacy. All right. A strengthening. I feel like something in May strengthens the intimacy, the connection with a particular special someone, particularly a significant other, a lover of some kind. There's a deepening of an emotional connection. There's a deepening of even a mental connection. There's something that brings you two together in an even stronger, deeper way than what you've had before. And I feel like it stirs something or it opens something up inside, but I need to get more information. The Grail Fairy. Fertility, the return of life, health, life cycles. Okay. When I saw fertility and the return of life, my first thought is pregnancy or birth. Health and life cycles. I feel like this picture or this card is trying to portray, in a way, a celebration of life, a celebration of new life, a celebration of life coming into this world that you were a part of, whether you're the male aspect or the female aspect, or the one who's pregnant or giving birth, or the one who isn't. I feel like there's a sense of accomplishment. I feel like there's reason to celebrate, and it starts with life cycles. It starts a new life cycle. I feel like this will be your firstborn. Or if it's not your firstborn, it's going to be the firstborn that you stick with the person who is the father or mother of the child, whichever role you're taking and whichever role the other person's taking. I want to say it's news of pregnancy, and that's what deepens the intimacy. You're both very happy, I feel like you're secure and ready, and you've been wanting this. So there's a cyclical aspect that I can't quite explain yet. And there's a new aspect because this is your new life, or a new cycle of your life, a new phase, right? You're going to be a parent. Or if you're already a parent, you're going to be a parent that's more involved with the person who is the mother or the father of this particular child. I see more of an involvement and a relationship here, a strong, deep relationship. All right, we have Narwhal, uniqueness and freedom. There is something about this pregnancy or this birth or this baby that is very unique. And while I want to say being a parent can feel like it ties you down, it makes you responsible, and it keeps you from maybe exploring the outer world like you would if you didn't have children. But there is a different kind of freedom in parenting, or there's a different kind of freedom knowing with pregnancy and knowing a child is coming. There's something about the uniqueness of the situation, the uniqueness of the relationship, the uniqueness of you or that person, or the uniqueness of this child. And I want to say that's part of the reason for, because I see this person is dancing and celebrating, and there's some kind of, again, uniqueness, some kind of difference in this particular baby, pregnancy, or birth, or relationship. There's something, I just feel there's energy moving through me, and it actually starts here in the solar plexus. I feel it in the heart because it's very heartfelt, and it goes up and down, and there's a swirling, and I feel like even with you two, there's the swirling is mixing, but maybe you're aware of it, and the energy that you're producing, if you're the pregnant one, is mixing with the child too, and there's some kind of special uniqueness about that. Or if it's your partner that is pregnant, or the child itself, when you touch that person's belly, there's some kind of unique energy exchange there too. Oh wow, my hands just got hot. There's some kind of energy or understanding or connection that I don't even know how to explain. I don't know that I've ever experienced this kind of feeling. So, wow, that's pretty cool. You definitely got to like explore that, Pisces. Figure some stuff out. You'll have to tell me about it, like leave a comment or something if you know what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to explain, if you can explain it better. Because my hands feel like there's so much energy coming off of them right now, and there's I feel a lot of love and appreciation and respect and optimism. Yeah. Next card is Horse, Journey, Ambition. Yeah, this is definitely a journey. And I think the ambition is actually referring to, I want to say the child, the unborn child or the newly born child. There's an ambition. Ambition for greatness, even though this child is still either in the womb or just born. And if this isn't actually an actual child that we're talking about, it's possible that we're talking about an idea, some kind of creation, you giving birth, or someone, your significant other, giving birth to this incredible idea that changes the world, or changes your relationship, or changes something in your field of experience for the better. But for most of you, or at least for somebody, there is a birth of something. There's a birth of a child. There's intimacy, and there's gratefulness and an eagerness to go on this journey. That ambition, been waiting to have a child, or been trying to get pregnant, or something along those lines. And really, it doesn't say freedom under horse, but when I see a horse, I think freedom too, right? Ability to just run free. So somehow all of this helps you free you up, or make you feel more free, or makes the relationship feel more free, or feel more free to parent in the way you want. I'm not sure what, like I said, there's an energy here that I don't know how to explain, and I hope that you understand what it is I'm trying to say, okay? All right, under intimacy, we have the Eight of Cups, introspection. Okay. Something happened that was you or your significant other made a very difficult choice. They chose to walk away from something, possibly somebody, to have this union with you, or to have a child with you, or just to have a relationship with you. Either you or this other person had something else going on, and there was an emotional attachment, but they chose, or you chose, to walk away from that particular enchantment or attachment to be with this other person. And maybe that's something else that sparks that intimacy even more, deepens that relationship. because it meant so much to the other person. Whoever walked away from another person to be with you, if they walked away from someone else to be with you, or if you walked away from somebody else to be with them, there is a deepening sense of love and appreciation for that, because either you're happy that they chose you or they're happy that you chose them, whichever way this is working out. But there's this connection that I don't know how to explain. Deep, meaningful connection. Under the Grail Fairy, we have the moon, and it says misinterpretation. But the moon to me can be about inner processes. It can be about your dreams. It can be a psychic, some kind of insight, like third eye stuff, but it can also be about illusions. So that's where I think the misinterpretation comes from. Now, how this relates to the Grail Fairy and the fertility and the cycles of life. What this is telling me, the moon and misinterpretation, is this is an acknowledgement. That's why you're dancing. That's why this feels so good. That's why you're celebrating, because maybe what you thought was a good, healthy relationship is not what you thought it was. And this is teaching you, this particular relationship is teaching you what relationships can really be about, and how important they can be, and how fulfilling they can be. You've had prior ideas or prior relationships that just didn't have this kind of feel, did not have this kind of energy, did not have this kind of appreciation, respect, and love for each other. So there is that, whatever, like if you were the one that walked away from that other situation, or that other attachment to a person, you thought maybe that was the best relationship you had. Or if it's the other person, they thought that was the best relationship they had or could have. And come to find out, by taking that chance, taking that risk, letting go of what you thought or what they thought was their best chance, or the best they could get, you two coming together, finding out that it's even better than that, is just bliss. There's bliss. Yes, there's bliss here. And you're happy, although there's a sense of, oh, I wish I would have known this sooner, but there's a happiness because you did find that ultimate like union, that ultimate connection, that feeling. And like I said, the energy and the feelings that I have in my hands are starting to warm up again and move energy. It was the best absolute decision that you could ever make. You're so happy. No looking back. You wish you would have understood or knew sooner, or you wish you didn't have that misunderstanding of what a relationship could mean and could be. But I think that is just a short amount of time that will occupy any kind of space in your mind or your heart, because everything else is just so overflowing of love and bliss and happiness and contentment and satisfaction that it's easy to let that go and let that be in the past. Under Narwhal, we have the Four of Wands, celebration. See? And the Four of Wands can be about a marriage proposal, an engagement, and to extend farther, announcement of pregnancy or announcement of a birth. So, wow, Pisces, May is going to be over the top for you in silliness and happiness and joy and optimism and hope for the future and looking forward to a child or birthing some kind of creation that changes your world or makes you both super happy, possibly even wealthy. This feels like a much less possibility, but not everybody is looking to get pregnant and not everybody is looking to have birth. So I just want to make sure this is relative to even people who aren't with child. Maybe this is just more about engagement or getting married or something along those lines. But Either way, it's celebration. And finally, under the Horse card, I have the Five of Swords. Revenge. The Five of Swords can also be about deception or manipulation or bullying in a way. I don't want to muddy this reading with the idea that either, you feel like you're getting back at that person for hurting you or making you think that what you and that person had was the best thing ever. Okay, so maybe there's hurt feelings because either you or this other person that walked away from this third person, this other relationship, I think took it really badly and said horrible things, maybe even did horrible things because they're mad that either your person chose you and their ex is upset, or the other way around, that your ex is upset that you chose this other person and they're doing whatever they can to hurt you, to get back at you. And what I want to say is you have the choice of letting that be a part of your life or not. Same thing with your partner. You can let feelings like this be a part of your life, or you can say, and you can make choices and say, I'm on my own journey now, and I'm sorry you're hurt and you feel like you have to lash out at me and get back at me, but I'm happy and I'm going to go forward, and I don't want to. You can even tell this person, like, I don't want to hear from you anymore. I don't want you in my life anymore. Whatever we had become toxic, and it's time that we go our separate ways, and it's time that you let it go and forgive yourself, forgive me, or me being you, forgive the other person, forgive whatever, and move on, because revenge is never going to satisfy anything. And I think you and your partner understand this. So that would be the only aspect of this reading that I feel that has kind of a negative energy, but I don't see it attaching. As long as you have that boundary and you cut that off, I don't see it being a problem. But if you or the other person's type of person that feels bad, like, oh, I shouldn't, maybe I should be nice to this person, then that energy can kind of like stick around and get in the way. So just pay attention, be aware of that, and don't let it in, and don't let it be a part of your life, because you've got so much going on that there's just no room for people trying to get back at you, or revenge, or even yourself having feelings of trying to get back at somebody else for hurting you, right? Stay on path, stay on target. Let those things go that are not helpful and are hateful, okay? Okay. A card fell, so that's the card we'll use. That is the artwork on it, and it says surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. I think this is referring directly to that revenge card. You don't need to control anything, and this other person might be trying to control you, but again, boundaries and telling people, no, it's not okay. And if you can't behave in a civil, decent way, then you need to be out of my life and not be a part of it. And I know that's harsh and that's hard, but sometimes that's what we have to do to make sure that we can take care of ourselves and our loved ones, okay? All right, Pisces, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.